Je, una maoni? Una swali? Unataka sauti yako isikike?
Comrades Pawaa! Comrades Pawaa! Comrades Pawaa!
That the government agency have been trying to frustrate one of our students.
Karibu katika baraza la Mvita, jukwaa la mijadala na masuala ya kijamii, kiuchumi na kisiasa yanayoigusa jamii na taifa kwa ujumla.
Our president, tunataka kazi. Tunaambiwa kila wakati kuna pesa ya wamama, kuna pesa ya youth.
Kila Jumatatu hadi Alhamisi kuanzia saa 2 asubuhi hadi saa 3 ndani ya Amka na Mvita. Baraza la Mvita, mahali sauti ya mwananchi inasikika. Mvita FM. Kutoka jiji la Mombasa, jua linapochomoza, tunakurausha na breakfast show moto.
Hello, good morning.
Uwanja wa mazungumzo ya kina.
Nani ata-empower this young boy? Because tumefika mahali vijana wanakuwa sexually assaulted. No, they cannot talk about it. Because unafaa kuwa mwanaume. Come on. Wanaume, Boychild, I need power.
Kweli unaokuhusu.
Some of these high schools tunaenda, unapata, there's no privacy. Unapata bathroom ziko open, hazina mlango, ni kama uko showroom ya magari.
Na maisha ya mjini.
Why do I have to accompany you to maeneo ya sherehe and now ationa ni wacha kwa meza unaenda kumingu na watu huko? Does that make sense?
Rauka nasi kila siku ya juma saa 1 hadi saa 4 asubuhi.
Wahenga waamini mwenye macho anaambiwa tazama.
Ndani ya Amka na Mvita.
Unbelievable.
Katika kituo kimoja tu, Mvita FM.
Right, from that clip umesikia kijana wa kiume anateseka sana. Karibu sana Madam Lena. Habari ya asubuhi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Uko mzima?
Niko mzima, niko salama kabisa.
Yes. Karibu sana Mvita FM, baraza la Mvita. Na leo tunataka tuangalie kijana. Unajua mimi siku zote natetea kijana hapa na nafikiri kijana tumemtelekeza.
Si kwamba ametekelezwa, ameachiliwa kidogo, lakini
yeah,
we have empowered the girl so much,
yes,
that we need also to have a responsible, intelligent and emotionally upright boy.
Yes.
So that's why we are here this morning. Tukisema lazima Boychild akuwe na power.
Power. You see, and I think ni kitu ambacho we need kukua serious, because you find that tumeenda tukaongeza, tukianza pale chini, tuanze kwa hawa wanafunzi wa grade, siku hizi inaitwa grade 10, anaenda kujiunga na a secondary school. Si anaenda kwa high school ambayo tayari kuna form 3, form 9, isn't it?
Ni ukweli kabisa.
That young kid anaweza kupata maisha magumu sana pale.
Ni ukweli, na ndio maana tunasema kwa kila mzazi anayetusikiliza leo,
yes,
ni vizuri uhakikishe your boy child is equally empowered. Sometimes because the world has recognized the girl as a weak child, boys are forgotten. So ni vizuri kijana haelewe kuwa yeye pia si kuambiwa tu yeye ni mkali. Ni vizuri aelezewe kuwa yeye pia ni mtu wa heshima, na ni mtukufu, ni mtu ambaye anaheshimiwa, na pia ni kiongozi.
Yes.
Unaona katika Biblia tunasema that God made Adam and Eve katika swala la kidini kwa Wakristo.
Yes.
Na pia ukienda kwa zile dini zingine utapata pia mwanaume ako na cheo chake. And ndio maana unapata kujua kila mtu lazima kukue na kiongozi. Sijasema mwanamke hawezi akakuwa kiongozi, viongozi wako wengi sana. Lakini the boy is made to be the head. Okay? A girl is a leader, but the boy is supposed to be the head, to make sure that he's respected, he's an organizer, he gives directions, and they all lead together now. Yes.
So huyu kijana tutamuempower vipi? Sababu tumelia sana hapa, kijana ameachiliwa, akipigwa hawezi kusema. Like there's a story ambayo inaendelea ya Marisho school. Nafikiri umeweza kukutana nayo kwa mtandao, that a kid was bullied in that particular school. Na hiyo ni shule ambayo nafikiri ina international curriculum, if I'm not wrong. Marisho iko Nairobi, a very respected school. And you find that umepeleka mtoto wako pale ukiwa na imani kwamba atakuzwa vizuri. Then kula anaenda kukua bullied. Unajua ukija Jumani mtoto hawezi kusema, sababu utasema kijana wangu kwani naye hana nguvu, kazi yake ni kupigwa tu. So how do we empower this kid, this boy?
I think what you said is a very thing. It's a thing that is very common in Kenya, not just in Kenya but across the world. And we also need to look at the root cause. What has made the boy child become a bit more reigned off than the girl child? So we are looking at what are the cases that are, yes, we have come here to the station and talked about SGPV, and where we say that SGPV is just not about the girl. The boy also is sexually abused. But I want us to look at what exactly is lacking for the empowerment of our boy child. We are looking at absent fathers.
Oh, okay.
Where fathers are absent, where the father wants to go to work in a distance place, they don't come home every day. Maybe they are seen after 3 months, 6 months, and the mother has to bring this boy alone. I saw a case of a grade 4 boy who went to the mother's bedroom and started applying lipstick and the mother's makeup. Why? Because that is the only thing that he has seen. Boys have been known for washing cars, trying to fix a wheel, making sure that they can try to fix a bulb the way they've seen a father do the same. Yes, a girl can do that, but there's a part of leadership for a boy, and that is why we are here this morning. Maybe after the absenteeism of the fathers, I can also talk about exposure to drugs. We are in this coast region where the boy has been exposed to, we have small drugs like Mira. We have, we have those streetwise drugs that are never pronounced. And the boy will start smoking, and eventually they are addicted. And during that addiction time, the girl child is leading. And eventually they are overtaken. And not to forget a very powerful one, which has also overtaken our boys, the digital influence, where the digital influence has seen the boy not take the practical skill of life. A boy wants to stay on the phone as young as even 3 years old till their teenagehood, and the only thing they know is social media. Maybe follow celebs from social media like TikTok, Facebook, and so forth. The others are also exposed to pornography, whereby they cannot be able to understand this is a wrong thing. The internet has become the leader, not the real world of people. And also we have what we call toxic masculinity content, whereby they are being exposed to fathers beating their mothers, whereby fathers do not pay bills, the mothers the one who are paying the bills, whereby we are also seeing in national leaders. I would want to mention this, where we saw like yesterday top leaders in this country where they were abusing each other. I think that's why it begins from Gabriel. So those are the things that we need to talk about. Yes.
Now that tumejua ni nini ambacho kinaweza kuwa kinaleta kijana kukosa power. Now what are we supposed to do? Because we need to do something.
Yes.
Sababu ukiacha kijana afanywe vituko, wewe ndio utakuja kupoteza kwa redio, because you need somebody to lead that family in future.
I hear you.
So what are we doing? What are we doing to ensure that now that tumejua kijana hana power, tutamsaidia vipi?
We also need to start from a place of sensitization. I am sure from where you stand, you've seen sensitization of the girl child.
Sana. Left,
right and center.
Sana.
You will not miss, if you walk around Mombasa, you will not miss 10 posters talking about a girl child. Why don't we also do the same for the boy child? I remember we had at one time one of the national leaders who used to go to prison and talk to the boy child, talk to them, and also let them know they have a future outside there. That was one way. And we need to come up with good slogans. You see, there's that part of mtoto akilelewa, especially huku Mombasa, unasikia inasemekana mwanaume ni mkali. Najua ushasikia kitu kama hiyo.
Yes.
Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. We need to understand that mwanaume ni mwenye heshima na nidhamu. Ukiwa na heshima na nidhamu, you automatically earn the respect of everyone, the girl child. So a strong man will also be in that sensitization. We also need to tell them that a strong man si ule anapiga wanawake. You respect women. Ukikosewa, you communicate. You don't bully everyone around. You also walk away from violence. It is good to know that there are men who are standing and they are good leaders in the society. And we can give an example like a learning institution whereby we have, I think our college has over 3,500 male students. And out of that figure, you can see that that means that the boy child is inspired by something. They're able to know, if I go to Kenya Coast National Polytechnic, there's something that has motivated them. Okay? So we need to call up upon the leaders who are the heads of departments and they are men. They need to live double extra careful to make sure that they are leading and they are walking the talk of a boy child. Yes. So,
and I think one thing we need to stress ni mental health ya boy child, because tunajua ati kijana hafai kuonyesha emotions. I think how do we go about that, because we need mwanaume akiumia haweze kushow emotion, haweze kueleza, because unajua tunasemaga ukieleza uko halfway kusolve a certain issue. So how are we able to improve or encourage this boy child kwamba it is good to show emotion?
I think from where I stand, I would say that the boy child needs to not to have so much expectations of themselves.
Oh, okay.
It's okay to say that I am broke. It is okay to say that I feel hurt. It's okay that to say I feel tired. You know, there's that kind of a notion whereby the boy child is expected to be strong always, and even that strength, even when they are wrong, they can't even say I'm sorry. You know,
because they're supposed to be a man.
Yeah, exactly. Now you know. So we you know that breakdown of saying I feel tired. Yeah. Picture this. A couple is driving from Mombasa to Nairobi, and the man, because he's a man, he wants to drive, yet the wife has a driving license. All the way to Mtituande, all the way to Machakos, peke yake.
Yes.
It's okay to tell your wife, I am tired. Give me a ride for 300 kilometers and I'll take the rest. So it's okay to break down and say, I'm not okay. Yeah.
And I'm seeing somebody here alikuwa anasema only men are expected to prove their love to a woman by spending money, while the girl just has to be a girl.
I know, yes. That's a good conversation there.
Yes.
We have seen, let me start for two ways of it, whereby the man is expected to be the hunter by the society. We have seen also where celebrities, where we have seen young men marrying older women, and the society is not happy about it. The question is, the boy child should always ask themselves, am I leading? Am I leading whichever scenario? Because there's always, as a gender focal person, there's always a word that I always say. I always say that ladies first, but men in front. That means you have to decide where, at what particular stage do you want to lead, because it doesn't mean that men will always be there. It doesn't mean that the women will always be there. Like when you look at the history of our college, you realize that we've had women and we have men, and equally everything has always been a shining pace of the college. When you look at our council, a lady is into leadership. Not that there are no men, they are there. But you see the nitty-gritties of what they are doing the best. Okay? When you look at our country at large, you will see we have the top leadership. The cabinet secretaries, who are ladies, who are men, they are equally doing a very good job. And when Kenyans decide to say that you're not doing well, they don't care whether you're a man or a female.
Like there's one mmoja afanye vizuri, and I will say this here because kuna na mmoja wa environment nafikiri ni mwanamke anaitwa is it Baraza or somebody. You can't tell me tunakata miti tupande seedlings. Does that make sense to you?
Well,
because nasikia wanataka kufagia for Karura forest atuwaweke seedlings. Does that make sense to you?
Okay, so Gabriel, with today's topic,
yes.
I would want to see, can we have now where a man can wake up in such a scenario and say this is wrong? I am taking leadership here, and probably not really like undermining the whole scenario, but hold hand this woman leader and tell them this is how we do it. Because as you've said, I've seen women break down and at the end of the day they are still leading. But men will break down and they will not lead because they will be at the corner office, not able even to wake up. I don't know when you've ever been on the road, you will find ladies dressed very well. They look at the checks and the balances of their makeups. Do men really care how they look like?
No, I don't think so.
That's a case.
I don't think so. Since you now hata ukiparara, there's no problem.
But does that make you a leader?
Oh, okay.
you see, for a leader, the calendar is universal. You must understand, you're not a man or a woman as a leader. And that is why we are here this morning, because of the Boychild empowerment. History and when we come to look at where mankind started, when you look at all books and the volumes, you'll always realize man was always a leader. Man was always a leader. But what started, when did the rain start beating the same man? Whereby they are no longer earning positions, but they are being given positions. I don't know if you understand that. Whereby they no longer qualify, but they're being given because they are men. And when they sit on that seat, then they're not delivering. So the boy child needs to be empowered. As a girl child is pursuing that master's, PhD, that doctorate, the same case, the boy needs to do the same. It has actually even gone a higher notch, whereby the parent of the boy child is more empowered to know that I have an inheritance. It is equal share with the girl and the boy. Long time ago, girls were not inheriting anything. So it is now for the boy to know that they are getting equal rights. So if they're not able to work more smarter, harder, and occupy their position, then it will be occupied.
Okay.
Yes.
And you find that tumempower msichana mpaka hata vijana wanaogopa to approach these educated women at undermine. Why are you undermining a boy child? Because wewe una akili bwana, wachana na hii maneno.
We also have to be very sincere that when it comes to census, the boy child is also not, the population of the boy child is not as high as the one for girl child. So that is why we also need to make sure that we sensitize the boy child, because it is not okay with the society, especially an educated society, where the men are all of them there and the girls are not there. But if a picture comes and the girls are all of them there, for them it's okay. Today, if you see a picture where the whole leadership is men, the world will start making noise.
Hakuna gender balance.
Hakuna gender balance.
Yes.
But if a photo appears, all the women are there, nobody will even not notice. Why? Because the boy child has been assumed. He's there. We've even had cases where now the girl child is even more favored, and you'll hear a father saying that I want my daughter to go outside the country and pursue something, but the boy child will be told, you're being put into a local university here to do what you want. And that's how it begins. So the boy child needs to understand that they require to be empowered. They require also to empower themselves. They require to acquire life skills that the girls are acquiring. They need also to position themselves for the emerging world trends also, to be leaders.
And ni nini Boychild anafaa afanye? Because hata yeye anafaa kuwa anafanya something toward his empowerment. Because yeye hafai kukaa tu angoje kupewa power. Anafaa kuwa anafanya something ndio kuwa na bargaining power when it comes to that particular empowerment.
That's a good observation there, Gabriel. And what should the boy child do now? The boy child needs also to walk in the pathway of leadership. Let them not hide in some bars in the evening after work. When the girl child is attending that extra lesson in the evening, let them also catch with that lesson. When they get home, let them not assume the position of the TV and the remote. Let them also walk into the kitchen, and probably they've come with something in their hands. Let them also assist in the assignment of their children also. Let them also do what it is a perception. Not every mother is I would say, like, for example, most mothers, they're always making sure that their children arrive in school and they do their homework. How many fathers do that? Very few. So the boys exactly. And in the morning, yes, they are not even early wakers. The mother will wake up, make sure that they've taken breakfast, take them to school, and then the mother has to prepare to go to work. But the boy child will only wake up and find breakfast in the table, on the table, take shower, not even check himself in the mirror, and rush to work. And that's where we are.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm seeing there's a lady by tweet yesterday, and she's saying, as a lady, never settle for a poor man.
Wow, that's a good one. I would say I applaud such a lady. Poor men have no place in the society.
What?
Yes. Because poverty...
Let's explain this poor. Let's explain this poor. Ni poor gani ambayo nyinyi mnasema hamtaki katika... Yaweza kuwa mali niko nayo lakini pesa sina. Yaweza kuwa nimejenga lakini pesa si. So which poor are we talking about? Ndio tujue.
We are talking about poverty of the mind.
Okay.
And poverty of the mind is what translates to everything. For example, there's someone who might never understand what it means to take themselves out. Or even, I mean, they would wonder, why would I go and buy a meal for 5,000 a plate while I can go to a Kimbandaski and get a meal for 100 bob?
So you're go poor.
That's it is not a daily thing.
Okay.
There's something called pay yourself first. Paying yourself first means at the end of every working season, there's a place where you get something small or big for yourself. At least you should always say thank you to yourself. Say thank you to the people close to you. That is not a bill. Whereby you know that you can walk in and get something nice for yourself. That is what we call having a rich mentality. Girls are not looking for poor men around them either way for money. And I would say long gone are the days where girls would always look for character. As a parent, I would always want to say character. But I would say character comes second after money. So both are equally important. But you cannot eat character. You cannot pay rent with character. You have to have the money and then the character begins. So it's not a way of looking for the money alone. Yeah, because the world, for you to come to work, you needed money to come here. Right? For you to stay where you slept, you needed money to be there. For you to be happy and active, you needed money to eat something for your stomach. So why would this girl go to a boy who is not empowered? Why? And I would talk to my girls who are listening me this morning.
Yes.
Do not settle for poor boys. Don't. Run and take the next flight and run.
I saw a certain lady from US ambaye ana sponsor her husband because the husband hana kazi, so yeye anampa mpaka analipa rent, anafanya kila kitu na anampa allowance ya 2500 USD. Yeye ndoka jumuike na maboys. You can't do that for the boy child. Alikuwa anafanya kazi alafu kazi kakatika, labda akapata ajali kama sasa hawezi endelea na kazi, so utamwacha because sasa amekuwa hawezi kuleta money to the table.
That's right, Gabriel. We understand. You see, there's the aspect of wanting to settle and already settled. When people meet and they're already there, anything can happen to any of them. We've seen couples get married and one gets an accident, any can. And one has to take the task. And not about even getting an accident, one can lose a job. So that's a covenant, a contract that you signed. You cannot back
But let me tell you, ladies, chances are lady kuondoka wakati that happens, it's almost 10.
No, I wouldn't say that. An empowered girl is equally as an empowered boy child will not run away from that.
Right.
Je, una maoni? Una swali? Unataka sauti yako isikike?
Comrades power! Comrades power! Comrades power!
That the government agency have been trying to frustrate one of our students.
Karibu katika baraza la Mvita, jukwaa la mijadala na masuala ya kijamii, kiuchumi na kisiasa yanayoigusa jamii na taifa kwa ujumla.
Our president, tunataka kazi. Tunaambiwa kila wakati kuna pesa ya wamama, kuna pesa ya youth.
Kila Jumatatu hadi Alhamisi kuanzia saa 2 asubuhi hadi saa 3 ndani ya Amka na Mvita. Baraza la Mvita, mahali sauti ya mwananchi inasikika. Mvita FM.
Unafikiri Boychild ameachiliwa wapi?
Boychild ameachiliwa. For instance, utapata Boychild wako na challenges nyingi. But mwanaume ni mtu wa kukanyagia, si unajua? Haizi onyesha, si kama mwanamke atalialia ama nini. Atanyamazia, and then at the end of the day tuta-assume ako sawa. At the end of the day anaangukia kwa mihadarati, anakunywa pombe, bangi.
So wewe wakati mambo si mazuri, how do you go about it as a boy child?
As a boy child,
yes.
For instance, in our institution, we have the guiding and counseling department. If I find myself in such a situation, nitajipeleka pale, ama nitafute mtu mwenye atanipeleka pale, for instance, the dean of students, then itakuwa tu sawa.
So umewahi kwa guidance and counseling?
Once in a while. I've ever met with Madam Naomi, na akanisaidia.
Okay. So do you think every boy child hapa took almost 3,000 or 4,000 boys here? Wanajua kuna that particular department?
No, not really. Si wote wanajua. Most of them unaweza pata wengine wamejoin September, wengine January. Most of them were last year, tuseme. Sasa hawajui, inafaa wako in the know. We notify them about the guidance and counseling office. Na itawasaidia.
Na ukienda pale, and I think one day tutamuita hapa Madam Naomi, because we need to know also, anaweza kufika pale akasema mimi sitaki kukua guided na a lady, tujue kama pia kule pia ameweka jenta namna gani. And madam, umesikia watu wanaenda kwa guidance. I think boy anafaa kuwa pia akona support system yake. How do we go about that?
I think the way our boy child this morning amesema that a man anapaswa kusimama mwenyewe bila kulia. But men cry. the attitude of men don't cry is what is making the boy child less empowered. They have emotions. They have needs. They're able to say, hey, I'm not okay. I am stressed up. Things are not working out for. But if they bottle up everything, then they are going to be overwhelmed. Watakimbia kwa mihandarati. Watakimbia kwa digital platforms, not to do the things that are not all right. Wataachwa nyuma. And that's why it's good to, as he has said, express feelings. Yes.
Kekopsa official, sijui nyinyi as the current office.
Yes.
Au lazima ni regime. Yeye unakuaga na one term ama ni two term?
Two term, acha tuseme.
Hata sijui nyinyi pia do these how wanafunzi wetu, do they approach that office labda wakati wana issue, and how do you handle that? Wanaambia wewe kijana wanafaa kwa enda ukatafute mjengo huko ujenge, enda ukatafute how do you handle Boychild akija pale kwa ofisi yenu?
Yeah, of course they approach us. For instance, recently we had a case where one of us, I can't mention his name, alikuwa na issue sana, alikuwa hata na chizi paka alikuwa ni bangi kwa mkashule. We call him, tukakaa naye kwa ofisi paka saa 4 usiku. Saa 4 usiku tukimuuliza shida ni nini. Tunampea chakula juu hiyo hata alikuwa hakuli. Kufuatilia issue ilikuwa system amerudi nyuma, mpaka amekuwa stressed up. Amefika point hawezi ongelesha mzazi juu you get the situation. Unaweza ambia mzazi nimerudi nyuma na ulijoin 2023 umeanza upya. Yeah.
So pia tunasema so inamaanisha kijana anafaa apitishwe tu since kwa sababu yeye ni kijana. Kosa kusoma upitishwe tu. Is that what you are telling us?
No, I'm trying to mean afai kukuwa na stress. Kama kuna issue kama hiyo anafaa kusaidiwa. Kama amerudi nyuma ni asaidiwe, asome. Juu pia tena kuanza kusoma pia itamsumbua. Yes, madam, mkuu na such a case. How do you handle it? Kwamba kijana amekuwa shule ni kama hasomi, mitihani ikija inakuwa hawezi endelea because labda qualify kwenda the next module. So how do you help such a kid, because at the end of the day atakuwa na pressure kwamba nafaa kuwa nimemaliza, mzazi amekuwa akituma fee, and now you cannot go back to your mother umwambie unajua nini na kuna another module unafanya nirudi shule na expect to kuwa maliza shule.
That's a very right too, and I think we are living in a society where the boy child is usually forgotten. The girl is always called by the aunties, the mother, nyanya, anaambiwa na utie bidii mwanangu. Okay, but are the uncles doing the same? Are the fathers doing the same? Is there, even when we have boys who have been brought up by single mothers, is there even a neighbor who can say, with no anything attached, can I also request this neighbor who was with a single mother with a boy, can I also mentor them? So as you've heard him talk about a boy child who broke down. What caused that? Do we sensitize enough our community? And there's something that we are launching as Kenya Coast is called Safer Campus Tool, and it will be an online platform whereby every student or staff who walks into our community, they're able to download an app and get a training for 100 minutes, and they're going to be empowered and they are going to be certified, so that if that boy child was talked to when they entered such an institution, and they were told, hey, you're going to be a pilot, maritime pilot once you're done with your course. Hey, you're going to be the big chef once you're done with your course. Hey, you're going to be an electrical engineer once you're done with your course. But they were not told anything. They went to class and they found girls who are attending 5 to 10 seminars to be empowered. She is not being empowered with anything. When that girl wants maybe something for lunch, she's getting an M-Pesa. Maybe from a boyfriend, a father. They're being empowered in one way or another.
Na huyo boy ndiye ametumiwa na mamake pesa ya
fare. Hakuna mtu amemwambia lunch inaendaje. Okay? So this is where we begin with. We need to have those round table talks with our community, with our students, even our staff. We have stuff, we've seen cases whereby mwalimu haendi darasani na si ati sababu ya anything, amelewa akuamka asubuhi, ama imekuwa tu shida hajakuwa na pesa ya kutosha na hayuko sawa, kwa stressed up. Watu wanafikiria tu haendi darasani sababu ni sababu ya he is not responsible enough or accountable. No, we need to follow up our men, our boy children, so that we know whether it's okay for them on their world.
Are you telling me kwamba mzazi kwa upande fulani ameweza ku neglect kijana wake? Because you are telling me auntie wanapigia msichana yake, I don't know, Namsi, I don't know the last time your mother or your father called you to encourage you kwamba you know, hii dunia you can, I don't know, how often do you talk to your parents?
Actually, for me, I don't have a mother.
Oh, okay.
But having a father is also a blessing. It depends on the kind of father you have.
And how often do you talk to your father?
I talk to my father daily. Yeah, daily. He can call me thrice a day. Only to know how is his son. Naendeleaje huko Mombasa. Yeah.
Kuna any issue? And do you think mzazi ameweza kulegeza kama that aspect? Madam.
Yes, ni ukweli. If the father is calling him like 3 times, how about the other boy children? Are they also getting that call every day? Are they getting that call once a week? Are they getting that call? Kuna wazazi wengi tuseme kama kwa shule kama hizi, mzazi amepeleka mtoto na akamkodishia mahali pa kukaa. So that student is living like a citizen. Anaamka asubuhi, anaenda tu darasani, anarudi. What challenges? Who is there to guide him? Akirudi nyumbani, ajui mahali anaenda jioni, anaenda tu kujifungia kwa kale karumu kamoja, akingojea kesho aende darasani tena. So the mentorship of the boy child from the fathers or from the father figures is very important.
Yes, unajua unaenda kula. I had a certain student ambaye alikuja kaniambia hapa amekaa almost 3 days without eating.
Yes.
Gonna sister somewhere in the same town.
Yes.
I'm wondering sasa kama your sister anaweza kuachilia 3 days you're not eating.
Okay, you're right. We have something that we call maybe our listeners can understand this. We have something called male allyship. Male allyship is whereby you realize the boy child takes care of the girl child. But we have nothing called female allyship, whereby the girl child cares about the boy child. So it's something that I would tell our community, as much as it is very easy for a boy child to find out how the sister is doing, follow up. But it's very difficult to find the sisters following their brothers because they are expected to be the big bro. Even the smaller brothers are seen to be the bosses, even if they are small. So as much as the boy child wants also to care for the girl child, the girl child also needs to care for the boy child. And this is a reason. How do we come up with an empowered male child? An empowered male child is a man who has been taught to respect a woman, who has been told to lead a woman in the right manner. Because if they don't respect a woman, then it's no longer a safe space. And that is where the woman will realize, I can now take over the leadership. Okay? And it is okay that a boy will tell a woman, let's lead together. Not that, hey, I am the boss here. Wewe ni mwanamke unapaswa kunyamaza. It's not so a man who does that is not empowered as a boy child. An empowered boy child realizes that, yes, I'm a leader. And I'm a leader of leaders. So the woman next to you is also a leader. You give them a chance. And that's how you earn respect.
Tukimalizia MC, unataka boy child afanyiwe nini? Because we need to know how a boy child ataanza kupata power tukisonga mbele.
Now, first of all, sensitization to the community. At least the community should be taught and educated about boy child. what they face and how they overcome them. Juu unaweza pata, for instance, tukiweza shikwa sasa mimi na msichana tupeleke polisi.
Yes.
Ai.
Msichana atatoka.
You know the case, ndio? Msichana atafungwa pingu. Mimi nitaiko ndani. Why? Because I'm a boy child. Unaweza pata vile tumekuwa tunasema mimi napigiwa na anko, mimi napigiwa na nani?
Yes.
Hapo Mombasa niko na maanko na maantina wanafanya kazi kubwa sana.
Okay.
Lakini the only person aniongelesha ni babangu nako far away from here. So maybe your relation na relatives inafaa kuwa tunaongea. At least wanatupea morali.
But you see, nikikukatiza, you see, to make a way that I don't know how we'll go about that. Yes. Because hata wewe kuna simu ukataangalia hivi sema huyu ni pesa. So I don't know how tutabadilisha that perception ikuwa hata nikikupigia simu
pesa.
You see, hata sometimes mimi nikipigia mzee or ukipiga simu nyumbani utapiga mko sawa na sasa unajua mbuzi amefanya nini sasa unaona nitaacha kupiga that call.
Yeah,
because kama nikipiga unaanza kuniambia mbuzi amefanya nini, tunafaa tutafute mbegu, sijui tunafaa tutafute fertilizer, nitaacha kupiga that phone. How are we going to change that mentality kwamba we can call and Juliana hali and story share hapo, because we need also kuachio nani ya kuomba ndio nikipigia anko hata kosa kushika, because anajua huyu anataka labda kuna issue inamsumbua, anataka guidance, anataka kuelezewa how to go about it. So I don't know how we will go about that, madam.
Okay, so as we began the show, we said that a boy child needs to have a rich mentality. A rich mentality does not mean that you have several dollars in your wallet. You have it in faith, and you wake up. The few clothes that you have, unazipiga pasi vizuri, una shine kama kiongozi. You don't need to wear the Jojo suit to show that you're a leader. Kongowea and Gikomba market have enough suits which are very good. Then how they talk, they also have to establish a way of talking as leaders. So a boy child will not miss classes more than a girl child, and they expect to be leaders. Okay, so we expect that their presence is felt.
Yeah.
But someone who keeps time, they are very rich.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm saying tukimaliza I heard mother akisema unafaa uende Kongoe utafute suti. You see, that is good, but unaweka picha ambayo you might not maintain. You see, kuna msichana atakuapproach since anaona huyo anaweza kuwa kuna pesa, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then after 2-3 days anapata una ene.
Gabriel, we talk about it is a journey of 1,000 kilometers.
Okay.
If you cannot begin that journey right now and expect to be there even after 2 years, 3 years, every day is a journey.
Yeah, that's true.
And listen very well. Don't be lied to anyone that you're going to paint a bad picture. No. The people that you see in leadership, if you talk to our president today, he was not a president on day one, but he began with student leadership in Nairobi University. That is where he was not even a leader. He was a class prefect before he began the journey of leadership of being in the campus. And today he is a leader of the entire country. And we are not looking at many leaders. They began in a small way. Okay, so you began, like right now, one day you'll be a father. You should be asking yourself, what are the names that I want to call my children, even before the wife comes? Which schools do you want your children to go? Those are the steps. Someone can call you a daydreamer, but let them just watch on you. You will definitely manifest that dream in one day. Yeah, so Gabriel, it's not about kujiwekelea mambo. Itafika ipo siku.
Yes.
Hipo siku.
One word tukimaliza names to the boy child, unamwambia nini?
For the boy child, tujitume tu, as madam amesema. Tukue sharp na tukue smart.
Hey, madam, tukimaliza unasemaje?
That an empowered boy child, He's a win-win solution for our agenda. A boy who is empowered, the girl will feel safe, protected, and they will also become leaders. So Boychild, be empowered. Think about your root every day. Reroot and root again. Yes.
Asante sana.